Good morning. Welcome to your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We have some fairly unsettled conditions across the region, currently seeing winds gusting up to 27 knots. We do have a wind advisory in effect that will most likely remain in effect for the remainder of the work hours today. Seeing temperatures falling already down to 41 degrees. Should see some upper 30s before we see a rebound this afternoon. Also seeing some light rain out there, reduced visibility. So some unsettled weather currently with an area low pressure continuing to deepen off the northeast coast. And could even see a wet snowflake or two mix in right before the precip ends today. But overall, main headline today will be the windy conditions, winds gusting as high as 40 to 45 miles an hour this afternoon, with some cooler temperatures in general across the region today. So taking a look at our freezing level at 7,600 feet on today's or this morning's sounding. Winds out of the northeast at that time 15 knots in low levels, then quickly switching out of the southwest and up to 95 knots at 25,000 feet. Our current surface analysis, we have this deepening area low pressure just off our coast, precip shield extending to the north and northwest of that system, and giving areas in the northeast and Mid-Atlantic their first real snowstorm, especially across the big cities for this winter, with looks like New York City seeing some good snowfall across that region. Other locations, mainly west of Baltimore and D.C., seeing some snowfall and accumulating snowfall this morning. Overall, we did see a good amount of rainfall across our region last night, seeing over an inch of rainfall, as well as seeing some thunderstorms move through the region with that deepening area low pressure move through. So a good amount of rainfall across our region last night, and we'll just see those windy conditions today. And taking a look at our current radar imagery, you can see we do have some precipitation off and over the area, off the northwest and over our area currently. These heavier bands of precipitation should try to slide down the peninsula for later this morning, with a possibility of that wet snowflake mixing in. Generally, that should be more of a case north of the area, and maybe Wycomico County and north of the Delaware-Maryland line. Could see some a brief period of some light to moderate snow before the precip ends. But here across Wallops, just going to see that rainfall this morning. As I mentioned, possibility of seeing that brief wet snowflake mixing in before the precip shield ends across our region. And taking a look at the HERM model for today, you can see here we'll have that precip moving through the region for late this morning into the early afternoon hours, and then moving off the coast quickly by later this afternoon into the evening hours and clearing out nicely. As we look into the European model, the next few days here, seeing that system move off the coast and then high pressure building in for Wednesday, sliding off the coast for early Thursday into Thursday afternoon as a clipper moves north of our region. That's going to give us a little bit of a moderating atmosphere on Thursday. Then for Friday, we'll see that system move, that clipper quickly move off to the north and to the east, giving us a cooler air mass on Friday in general comparatively to Thursday. We'll see a additional system start to develop across the Midwest as well as the deep south on Friday, and that could possibly give us some snow showers or rain and snow showers Saturday morning. European model here continues to show some light snow possible Saturday morning. We'll continue to monitor this system as there still is a good amount of model disagreement of where this area low pressure does develop. GFS has it north of the region with a much different scenario for the area with much warmer temperatures on Saturday as well, just rain showers. So we'll continue to monitor this for Saturday. And then Sunday looks like we'll continue to see high pressure building in from the west, fairly cool temperatures across the region, with still seeing that residual Arctic air mass behind the system on Saturday in place on Sunday, with the temperatures near seasonable averages or slightly below. So taking a look at our risk chart for today, we'll see red conditions for our winds gusting, as I mentioned, possibly as high as 40-45 miles an hour for late this morning, the afternoon hours. We'll see that rainfall this morning and then continue to move off the coast for the afternoon hours. We'll see that rainfall likelihood at the highest percentages this morning into the late morning hours, and then continuing to decrease once we move into the early afternoon. As we move into tomorrow morning, we'll see those winds out of the northwest, 10 to 15 knots, gust to 23 knots, and they'll continue to increase slightly for the Wednesday afternoon time period, with a wind advisory likely for Wednesday. Our high today will be during the late afternoon hours, around 45 degrees. Expecting those temperatures to fall in the upper 30s here late this morning into the early afternoon hours as this last bit of precipitation moves to the region, giving us a little bit of evaporational cooling across the region. But overall, going to see that overnight low tonight around 34 degrees, so just above freezing across the region. Our 24-hour terminal forecast going to see the low ceilings across the region this morning, and once we move in the afternoon hours, should see ceilings start to rise and seeing VFR conditions after 1600 local this afternoon and through the overnight hours. Our tides are about 1 to 2 feet above normal currently. And looking at Wednesday into Wednesday night into Thursday. Wednesday, mostly sunny, partly cloudy, breezy, and chilly, a high of 46 degrees. Red condition for our winds over 25 knots, and we'll see those winds gusting anywhere from 25 to 30 knots throughout the day on Wednesday. Wednesday night, mostly clear, partly cloudy, low and cold, a low of 26. And for Thursday, partly mostly cloudy and slightly breezy, a high of 48 degrees. Could see those winds gusting around 22 to 23 knots, so looking at a low-end chance of seeing those winds over 25 knots here on Thursday. So the next 7 days, looking at temperatures in general in the 40s for highs. The next 7 days, coolest day will be on Saturday with that possibility of some rain and snow showers. As I mentioned, quite uncertain on how that low develops and where it does, but right now it looks like that could be our best chance of seeing some wintry precipitation across the region in the next 7 days. Very slight chance of a sprinkle Thursday night into Friday, but overall we're going to see those breezy conditions continue on Wednesday, slightly breezy on Thursday, not as windy on Friday, and then Saturday with that system moving through, we'll see some breezy conditions behind that. And Sunday and Monday, continue into next work week, we'll see temperatures around 49 to 50 degrees on Monday, mostly sunny skies across the region, so it looks like a tranquil start to the work week next week. Well, that's going to complete our 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. I hope everybody has a great day today. Back tomorrow morning, 8:15 and 10 a.m.